assuming that you're this bounty hunter.
And what gave that away?
Ow! That was my shoulder, you bitch!
You reap what you sow.
Stop moving! I'm trying to hit you! Oh!
Because you know he's going to have a panic attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm expecting it. I think that's why he's angry right now.
He's always stabby. I don't look much into that.
Anyway. I'll handle the intro.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Peanut. Wrong fucking intro.
You forgot your own intro. Wow, that's a new one.
Hello, I'm your superhero critic, and I'll stay super as long as you stay awesome. And even though it's not Friday the 13th, or, not even Halloween season, we feel like, even though 2022 has no Friday the 13th in it,
It had one.
we still need more Friday the 13th stuff. That being said, let's take a look at Pamela Tales number 2. Before we begin, let's do a quick recap of the first comic where a teenager named Annie is heading to Camp Crystal Lake, meeting Pamela Voorhees. She agrees to give her a ride to the camp before she goes into the backstory of her life and her son.
Pamela talks about how she was in an abusive marriage until she gets the courage to murder her husband, leaving her past behind. She then begins her own new life, finding her own home, getting a job, and giving birth to Jason.
So let's dive into Pamela's Tale number 2. Our cover is the second half of the two-part cover as it focuses on Jason's mask while a childhood Jason stares off the page. And just like the first issue, it's an extremely boring cover and doesn't really explain much of what's going to be in the comic. Only real thing of note is just how uninteresting the typeface for Pamela's Tale really is. It may be boring, but at least it's not Comic Sans.
And at least it actually has a title, so it's not a Comic Sans a title.
Why?
We pick up with Annie asking Pamela to pull over her car after her disturbing story has reached Jason's birth, and when she doesn't, Annie jumps straight out of the vehicle, rolling into the forest. She tries to get away, only for Pamela to quickly appear behind her.
Now, dear, you're just being rude.
Yeah, how dare you run away from my knife?
Pamela is just so ridiculously, incredibly unhinged. It's terrible and fantastic.
Terribly fantastic.
Or fantastically terrible, like the Fantastic Four in any movie iteration.
Those movies don't exist! Pamela is quick to ignore Annie's pleas, slicing her up, killing her on the spot.
Now look what you've made me do. You made me get my knife all dirty.
And I don't have a dishwasher.
How dare you bloody my knife when I don't have a dishwasher at the ready?
We go back to 1957 as Pamela is handing out pie at the campsite before she has to leave in an emergency as her son Jason has become an animal killer, which we aren't going to show on the video due to how graphic it is. However, when Pamela sees what has happened, she sweeps it under the rug and instead babies Jason and even tries to quit her job at the camp.
Jason is then brought to the camp meeting the counselors despite how shy he is. So the camp goes normal until the day Pamela accidentally cuts her finger while cooking.
Oh, fancy that. Don't worry, it's just a little scratch.
Just a flesh wound.
Back in the present, Pamela is talking to Annie's dead body, setting her back up in the car before another flashback showing the counselors that are supposed to be watching over children run into the forest in order to have sex, while Jason follows behind them, attacking them while they're trying to enjoy themselves.
Stop touching her no-no zone!
I have no joke for this that won't get this taken down from YouTube.
Jason is attacked and runs off, leading to him jumping off the dock and not being able to swim, leading to his drowning, leading to Pamela's eventual breakdown as she begins to vow that the next year we head to the beginning of the first film where she tracks down the same counselors from the year before, and while they are having their personal fun, she brutally kills them both.
We then get to the present, and it's actually the end of the first film, as Pamela almost runs over the survivor of the first film, Alice, as the movie continues, ending the comic with a shot of a dead Annie.
Pretty straightforward comic. Pretty ridiculously unhinged. Also, if your child starts murdering animals, think about having him committed. Because it's one of the big three indicators for a future serial killer.
The art is fine. It's not anything exaggerated. But it's a great backstory on why Pamela does what she does in the original film. And it's a good way to see into the mind of what would become one of the biggest plot twists in any slasher film. That being said, I'm your superhero critic, and I'll stay super as long as you stay awesome.
Did you really think you could keep me from my bounty?
I mean, I was hoping.
You are an idiot. Someone who tried to kill you at one point and you're still trying to protect her?
What can I say? It's easy to fall for a cute girl.
Yeah, well, that cute girl, she left you to die at my blade.
Wait, what? Son of a